A sharp turnaround by the Buccaneers. Trent Dilfer with 2 touchdown passes in the third quarter. As we start the fourth quarter, Todd Sauerbrunn with the kick. Carl Williams going back. Great kick by Sauerbrunn. Williams inside his 10. And Carl Williams, who has a history of big returns for scores against the Chicagoans, is stopped at the 25-yard line. Well, tonight, the best night on television begins with an all-new World's Funniest, followed by an all-new Holding the Baby and the season premiere of The Simpsons. Then it's a battle of the sexes on That 70s Show, followed by The X-Files. It all starts tonight at 7, 6 Central on Fox.
Terry Cousin is down right now, but Dick, I got to tell you, the success that Tampa has had in the second half is directly attributable to their ability to run the football. Because they've been able to get Allstott humming inside, that's opened up their play action, and that's really where Dilfer has had himself a big second half. And if they had been able to run the ball earlier in the game, they wouldn't have found themselves in the same kind of hole they did today as they did in the first 2 games of the season. That running game and the play action just completely changed the way this game's being played. Now, for Chicago, with them offensively, they've got to use the speed of Curtis Conway down the field. They're limiting themselves. Everything has been short. They've got to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit and then start humming again inside with Curtis Enos. Here's Terry Cousin, and he'll be going off the field. And you mentioned Conway. Kramer hit Conway with a 47-yard pass in the first half, but not much other than that as far as picking up big chunks of yardage through the air. Now let's look at Trent Dilfer. A paltry 4 for 9 for 38 yards in the first half, but look at what he did in the third quarter. Only 1 incompletion, throwing for 100 yards and 2 TDs. Yeah, and then I think more than that, those numbers, was he let himself go and he kind of got into the game. You saw when he started screaming at Damian Robinson and he said, look, I am not going to be 0-3. I'll do everything I have to get this thing done. Warwick Dunn, the tailback. Lorenzo Neal is the fullback. First down on the 25. Pitches to Dunn, and on the reverse, Riddell Anthony turning the corner. He's got a blocker and a lot of room. Riddell Anthony, great block, still going, and is knocked out of bounds in Chicago territory at about the 42-yard line. That'll be a 32-yard run, and Dilfer is big enough to make a block on that one. Dilfer, but here's the thing that happens first. Sean Lee, 76, he gets sucked in. The rule, always stay as deep as the deepest. He didn't get that done. Now watch Dilfer. Takes Walt Harris, and because of that block, he's able to get him another 8 yards. And Dilfer's a big, strong guy, and he thinks that he's more than a quarterback. So he thinks he's a lead blocker. Remember, Dilfer is playing with a deep thigh bruise and also a shoulder injury. Yeah, and not a full deck. Throw that in as well. First down for the Bucs on the 43 of the Bears. Here's Warwick Dunn trying to leap outside. Warwick Dunn still on his feet, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That was a 43-yard run following a 32-yard end around. And they couldn't love it anymore here in Tampa. 75 yards in 2 plays. Warwick Dunn. Now he got some help up top here, right there. Middleton does a good job, but then this is just all Warwick Dunn. Because of his ability to keep his feet, he spins, and then the straight speed, and what a great job at the end. A 2-point conversion coming up for the Buccaneers. Did you see? See, it's not where your feet are, it's where the ball is when it crosses the plane. So Dunn realized that and reached out to get the ball to cross the plane, and it was 6. That's all you need to do. Here it is again. Watch the end. Remember, this cone, it goes right to the middle of the universe. Goes straight up. And he realized that he was going to not get his feet in, but he was going to get the ball in. They failed on their first 2-point conversion in the third quarter. It's 19-15 Buccaneers. And finally, a timeout is called, and Trent Dilfer very upset with having to call the timeout. But not before, when Dunn
ran for the big touchdown. Cannons explode when the Buccaneers explode, and Warwick did there on a 43-yard touchdown run, but Tampa Bay going for 2 after the timeout. They're going to adjust the clock now. Thus the delay. The Buccaneers leading now 19-15. They rushed for 108 yards to only 28 in the first half, thanks to 43 for Dunn and that scoring drive by the Bucs. This is the 2-point conversion. And a fade pattern caught by Bryce Hunter for the 2, and it's 21-15.
He owned Walt Harris. Owned it.
And
made him jump inside, fade perfect.
21 unanswered points by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers early here in the fourth quarter.
Dilfer knew it, laid it out. That's like stealing.
Been a dramatic contrast in this game from the first half to the second half. Chicago leading 15-0 after the first half. Tampa Bay with 21 unanswered points. Bears had the ball control edge in the first half, but look at what the Bucs have done in the second half. 20 plays, run off to only 6 for the Bears. And Michael Houston will be kicking off. Lynn Milburn is back deep for the Bears. And Milburn at the 3. Already returned a punt 93 yards for a touchdown, but against this aggressive special teams group, Brian Kelly, the rookie from USC, on the tackle.
And Walt Harris is out here. He's got no help, so he's got this whole place by himself. So you try to jump the inside to take it away, but you have to get your hands on him. He never got his hands on Bryce Hunter. Bryce Hunter gave him a move at the line of scrimmage and stopped his feet. And heck, that was like putting your hand on his wallet. He just stole it right out of his back pocket.
That was the 2-point conversion after Dunn's 43-yard run. Now the Bears with a first down on the 20-yard line. Curtis Enis is the tailback. Kramer's looking to throw, swings it out to Enis, and Enis doesn't get much in that time. The Bucs coverage downfield was terrific. Curtis Enis had 41 yards and 12 carries in the first half, and only 1 carry in the one you just saw here in the second.
That's a mistake. You have to give the ball to Enis, and you have to get the ball into the hands of Curtis Conway.
Second down and 8. And they give it to the big rookie from Penn State again. And this time he drags Chidi Ahanotu a couple of yards, but picks up 5. It'll be third down and about 3 for the Bears. Both teams 0-2 coming in. The Bears losing to 2 AFC teams, good ones, in the Jaguars and the Steelers. The Buccaneers losing to 2 division teams on the road, the Vikings and the Packers.
Edgar Bennett is checked in. Chris Penn is checked in.
Third down and 3, and they send Conway and Ingram out to the left. Penn split right. Third and 3. Kramer's pass, and he overthrows.
He had him too.
Penn was open downfield, but Ahanotu put some pressure on the veteran quarterback.
Yeah, I tell you what, Chidi Ahanotu has played himself a nice game here today as well. You're going to watch him right up top, number 72. He's got pressure a bunch of times. That time they tried to cut him with Edgar Bennett. That's that play where you block down inside and you let your end come free. Ahanotu, although he got cut, still hustled to be able to get pressure onto the quarterback.
On Sauerbrunn, and the kick. We're going to have a flag. It's going to be Chicago ball. Carl Williams on the receiving end, and injured is Sauerbrunn. This is a blow if it is a serious injury.
Now, most of the time, because we're in television, it's roughing the kicker.
Tony Bowie was the player who ran into and roughed Todd Sauerbrunn.
Yeah, I tell you, and Bowie's going to go down to say something to him, which is a nice gesture on his part. But most of the time, you know, as soon as you get the flag, punters usually miraculously get healed. You know, you get run in, you kind of writhe in pain a little bit, then you see the flag, then you get up and you're okay.
This isn't one of those cases.
No, it looks like he hit the side and bent his knee in.
Todd Sauerbrunn.
Now watch, the plant foot will come down. Oh, that hurts. Oh.
That left ankle and knee. Timeout. We'll be back to Tampa Bay in a moment. They have brought the card on for Todd Sauerbrunn, who was roughed, and they're working on his knee. They're going to put some ice on it in a moment. Todd Sauerbrunn shaken up. Earlier, he was in definite pain on the ground after Tony Bowie had run into him. And there he is, writhing in pain on the ground, and they're going to take him away. And while we're waiting, we're going to send you to our Hollywood studios. And James Brown with an update. JB?
Dick and Matt, not good news for Cubs fans as Sammy Sosa at the plate in the bottom of the ninth, trailing the Reds. He pops up. He went over 5 today, including 2 strikeouts. Cubs lose today to the Reds by the score of 7-3. Sosa, 2 home runs behind Mark McGwire, who hit his 65th today. And the Mets victorious today over the Marlins by the score of 5-0. So the Mets now a full game ahead of the Cubs in the National League wild card chase. Let's take it back to Dick Stockton and Matt Miller.
All right, JB, thank you for that update. And of course, final weekend of the season, Fox Baseball will cover the games that are meaningful. And right now, the Mets and the Cubs games are meaningful. And Sauerbrunn on his feet, and he's going to be taken off the field. Jeff Jager, the team's place kicker, is the backup punter for the Bears. Meanwhile, in a game in which the Bears were in command early, Tampa Bay with a great second half comeback. Dilfer to Riddell Anthony for 1 touchdown pass, then he threw another.
Oh, this is a phenomenal catch by Dave Moore. Was able to get in on the play action, and then the last one, the difference in the second half really has been the running game of Tampa Bay. All stop being able to set up the play action, and then this one here by Warrick Dunn, 43 yards and 6 points.
Remember, it was an end around by Anthony,
right.
32 yards that set up that Warrick Dunn 43-yard run. So Tampa Bay 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and leading 21-15 as they've capitalized on their last 2-point conversion. So things looking up for Trent Dilfer, who have problems coming in, really not statistically. He was 4th in passing in the NFC coming into this game, and now with 2 touchdown passes, still is yet to throw an interception this year, and the team doing a lot better.
Well, I think that little dark rain cloud has left the sidelines of Tampa Bay, and the winds have kind of blown it over to Chicago right now.
Word on Sauerbrunn is that he suffered a sprained knee. First down for the Bears on their 42. Plenty of time remaining. 6-point lead. Kramer's pass caught by Conway. Conway has the first down. And loses the ball. And the fumble, let's see. Bears, and it's going to be Tampa Bay ball, so the Bears turn it over for the second time. Hardy Nickerson forced the fumble.
That all comes from, actually, that's just extra effort by Conway to make a play. There's the catch. He'll try to avoid 1, then 2, then 3, and then Hardy Nickerson just explodes right onto the ball.
And John Lynch makes the recovery with a good alert play.
And that's a triple axle. He was trying to do the triple axle, and it came up and got punched right in the face because the Buck linebackers run so well.
That's the strength of this team. The front fours put some pressure on, but they've got good speed, and they cover sideline to sideline. So each team has committed 2 turnovers. Conway with 4 catches today, but the fumble giving Tampa Bay the ball on their own 45. Costly turnover, and we'll see if it really hurts the Bears. Handoff to Warrick Dunn, and not much.
Now it's turned into a game. You can see there's another helmet off with Warrick Dunn. It's the 3rd one we've had in 2 weeks. But now it becomes Tampa Bay has established something. And I got to tell you, I think that Mike Shula has called himself a fantastic second half. Because by getting the running game going, it's opened up other things. But now it gets back to basic elements of football.